start with you.
Thank you, Chris, for that question. With regard to transparency, of course, the town, you're hearing this all right? The town council does its business in public meetings. They're watchable on live stream. It's actually interesting, since we went to live stream, the number of people actually showing up to meetings has gone down. So we'd like actually as much public input as possible. And I've been thinking about the idea of, perhaps allowing folks to, if we arm live stream, to basically write questions and have some sort of a public comment process from remote locations. But quite frankly, we would rather have you there listening and watching us deliberate, because it all happens there on camera. With regard to how to streamline and get more business and residential development, I think you have to take those separately. With respect to business and retail, last summer, in June of 2017, I was with my wife driving on the way to Denali in Alaska when I got a call from Edie Schwartz and saying, "Dave, you've got to get back for a meeting. We have to do more to help the Ream Center and the owner there, get his program off the ground." And I said, "Well, I'm not going to come home until Monday, but I'll come back on Monday." We had a meeting the following Tuesday with the Chamber of Commerce. We got a plan of action together, and ultimately within the next 3 months, we developed a new zoning designation, plan development commercial, which that shopping center owners can opt into. It will allow them to expedite their future retail tendencies by simply putting forward a comprehensive plan, getting it blessed, and there wouldn't have to be individual hearings on individual uses. I think that's a good thing to do, and I think other shopping centers, I know Jay Kerner is going to be taking advantage of that on his piece of the Ream Center in the not too distant future. Looking forward to seeing that proposed plan soon. I think other shopping centers can do the same, and those owners can do the same. With respect to residential development, particularly larger subdivisions, I'm a big believer in the current 3-step process that we have. We have 3 steps for getting a big subdivision approved. It's a conceptual development plan, general development plan, and precise development plan. People in town really want to rigorously evaluate whether a particular development is sensible and make sure it doesn't violate our general plan or result in unacceptable impacts. That 3-step process actually encourages and enhances the quality of public input. I would not be inclined, with respect to those sorts of projects, to be changing our 3-step process. Perhaps we can look at ways to tweak it around the edges, but that's been a part of the way in which we develop in Moraga now for the past 30, 40 years. People seem to like it that way.